Blunts and Gems. I am Sam, and we are here today with a kidding up video. I told you guys, I believe, in my last whipping chat this past Friday that we were going to do a kidding up of Midnight Spell by ChrissaBug from Diamond Art Club. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you take a seat. I hope you stay a while. If you do, grab your seat, your blunt, your drink, whatever it is that you prefer, and I hope you enjoy. If you are returning, thank you so much. If you're already a subscriber, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know we love you guys over here at Blunts and Gems in the Willis Torriello household. And I hope you guys enjoy as well. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, I am doing the weekly subscriber shout outs where if you comment on any of my videos I upload throughout the week, on Friday when I upload my Friday night whipping chats, I will also have a subscriber shout out. I will have the links to everybody that commented on my page that week. I will have a link to their YouTube page in my description box. So please, if you want, like, comment, and subscribe. So now we're going to get right into this kit. I'm going to tell you basically some info about the kit, and then we'll get started. Okay, like I said, this is Midnight Spell by ChrissaBug from Diamond Art Club. It is a square drill. It is 70 by 89 centimeters or 27.6 by 35 inches. I don't quite remember when Diamond Art Club released this. I want to say they released this during their 4-year anniversary sale. And I didn't get it then. I think I just got it not too long ago. I'm bad with remembering things. You guys know I smoke, so if you know, you know. But this is what we're kitting up. I am doing this kit for Drills and Chills, Let Your Witch Goddess Free, Festival of Witches, and so far that's it. The Spooktacular DP event has been presumed canceled, so I will not be participating in that one. But so far, those are the events that I've signed up for September and through October. So this is the kit we're gonna do. It has 59 colors, which is the most I've ever done, and this is the largest kit I've ever done so far. Now I have kits that is larger than this one, but this is the biggest one that I've done to date. As far as the canvas, I've already unboxed it. I've rolled it up in a pool noodle and put it back inside the box because I am not going to be starting it until the Friday night whipping chat. I'm just showing you guys the washi tape that it came with, which is so cute, but I'm not going to be using it. I actually am going to save that for another canvas, and I picked out this washi tape to go around the border of the canvas. Somewhere in the video, I will put a picture of the canvas before I rolled it up and when I took it out of the box. The cover binder that came with it is this little heart one that you see over here, which I already have, so I have 2 of those now. But as far as the tape that I will use to section it off will be this nice little pile right here of leftover washi tape that I have nothing else to do with because it's not enough to line the border around a canvas. So I'm going to use it to section off the canvas when I do start. Now, so we can get started. This video is going to be the first of my Storytime Saturdays. So I am going to be uploading this video right after I finish recording it. I'm going to edit it and then upload it. So you guys will see this video today. So as far as the Storytime Saturdays, if I told you guys, if you watched any of my previous videos, the recent previous videos, you would see that I've been talking about starting some type of story time Saturdays or story time whipping chats, just to kind of like bring more content to my page. So that's what pretty much this is going to be. This is my first one. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into the video. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna do my disclaimer notice before we get started, because you know I don't need no pearl clutchers coming in the comments, because I do clap back. Sam likes to smoke, so, and Sam does smoke, so any time in this video you may hear me stop to hit my pipe, my blunt, my bong, whatever it is that I'm choosing to smoke out of at the time. Now, if that's not your cup of tea, well, baby, that's your business, because my business is my household. So if that's not your cup of tea, as respectively as possible, you know where you can take your opinion. But if you don't mind, then welcome. I hope you enjoy. Sit back, have a seat, and we're gonna get started. Now, like I said, I pretty much unboxed the whole kit off of camera, except for the drills. So, baby, if you don't like the sound of the crinkling plastic, please mute me, or just mute me, turn the volume down until you see me get them all out of the bag, whatever you need to do to help you be less uncomfortable. All right, so now we're gonna get started. I've got the drills here. I'm just gonna cut them out of the bag. Well, not cut them out of the bag, take them out of the bag, and then we'll get started. Now, I don't know how long this is gonna take to kit up, because this is 59 colors. This is the most I've ever done. So we're just gonna, I guess, go with the flow for the moment. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible for you guys, but I feel like this is gonna be the most awkwardest thing ever, but it's my first kitting up video, so, you know, you learn as you go. All right, the first color we need is 124, and that's what I'm over here swirling and looking for. I hate that they make so much noise, and there's so many. Oh my God, there's like so many colors. That's a lot of colors, guys. That is a lot of colors. I'm assuming the color I need is over here, because this is the last one. Aha, I see it. And if you know Diamond Art Club, you know they have ABs. If you don't know what an AB is, it is Aurora Borealis. It is a drill or gem with a special coating that makes it like super extra sparkly. So this kit has 4 ABs, and like I said, the first one is 124. It's not that many, so I am probably going to use a smaller container, but I just want to let you guys see this color. Isn't that just gorgeous? That is like the prettiest pink I've ever seen. Really pretty. All right. So since this is in a smaller container, since it's a smaller amount, I'm going to use a smaller container. Now that I've done my disclaimer, we're going to jump right into the story time about this week's story time is going to be about the birth of my kids. If you guys don't know, I do have 5 children. I have 4 boys and 1 girl. Yes, just one. God decided he wanted to be funny. But that's another story. I'm basically just going to give you guys kind of like the gist of my most exciting birth stories, because I have 5, and believe it or not, all of them are not that spectacular. I'm just going to go over that, their fathers, because I do have multiple fathers to my children. I have 5 kids and 3 baby fathers. So, and I don't need to hear your opinions in the comments. Save it for your mama. Don't come and try to lecture me. That's it. I'm not even going to go farther into that. I did have 3 out of 5 of my kids natural, which means I didn't have an epidural. Now we need color 129. Oh, and it's right there. Lucky me. So 3 of them I got an epidural. 3 of them I didn't get an epidural, and 2 of them I did. And honestly, the reason why I had 3 out of 5 of my kids natural is because I do not like needles. Listen, I got a lip piercing, whatever. I've got a tattoo, but it's just something about the epidural catheter, because it's not a needle, it's a catheter, that I just could not get jiggy with. I did not like the length. I don't like where they were saying they had to put it, which if you're a woman, or most people know, you have to get an epidural in your back, or a nerve block, whatever you call it. And I just don't like those needles. The thought of it, you know, going in my back when I can't see it is quite scary. So I will say my first 3 kids I had natural. My last 2 I got epidural. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it and make it sound like powder puffs and daisies. Labor is painful, but once the shoulders pass, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. They kind of slide out like butter. Now we need 134. I seen it on one of these that was close to the top. But like I was saying, yeah, I just don't like the needles, so I just opted not to get an epidural. And I had my first child at 18. I got pregnant at 17, but I graduated high school before I even got pregnant. So that was a blessing. But after that, well, my first 2 were close together. They're what I call stair steppers, like one born right after the other. But after that, my last 3 kids spread apart. Just, I couldn't deal. If you have stair steppers, or if you know somebody that's had stair steppers, then you know what I'm talking about. Making bottles, diapers, and wipes and everything for 2 at the same time is definitely more expensive than 1 at one time. So I learned pretty early that stair steppers were not for me. But as far as, hold on, I'm trying to concentrate and pour. Well, try and figure out how to pour and talk at the same time. I'd have to say my first labor wasn't really, it wasn't really that spectacular. My son did have to stay in the hospital. He was born premature by a month, but I mean, he had really no pre-existing conditions from it. He's doing really well. He is my oldest. He is 12, going on 13, or, well, look, see, I can't keep up with my kid's age. He's 13, going on 14. If you have so many, it's hard to, you're lucky you remember the birthdays, okay? his labor was not that spectacular. It was my first one, so of course it was very memorable. My 16-year-old brother did want to be in the room when I had him, and I let him. Even the doctors were like, well, do you really want to be in here? You're kind of young to see the birth of a baby. And he was like, well, yeah, I want to see it. And I didn't have a problem with it. So that was pretty much the most exciting thing about it. It was painful. Was it my most painful labor without an epidural? No, not by far. He was my longest labor, though. He was definitely over 24 hours for sure, because they were trying to stop my labor with him, but eventually he came. As well as with my second son, he was born premature, but he's fine now. He will be turning 12 in November. My oldest will be turning 14 in March. And as far as my daughter, she was kind of sort of exciting. Not in a good way, though. I had her natural, but they had to induce my labor because she was doing what they call a decel, where her heart rate kept dropping. So they went ahead and induced my labor so I could have her and take the stress off of me and her. It's taken me so long, guys, because I like to do them in order. I can't just look at the numbers and smack them on a container and do it that way. They have to be in order by number for me. So if you don't like the sounds of plastic, I really apologize. But this is how we're doing it. And this is how I do it. I'll say this is how I do it. I won't say this is how we're doing it. Because some people might do it a little bit differently than me. And here I am, can't find the color that I'm looking for. But they induced my labor with her. They gave me what they call Pitocin. It is a labor inducer. And let me tell you what, baby, that shit is no joke. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I think I found the code. No, I didn't. But Pitocin is Oxycontin, or a form of Oxycontin. So, and it's used to induce labor. And let me tell you what, baby, that had to be the most painful labor out of all of my kids, was her. I found the color. Getting your labor induced is definitely no joke. And I toughed it out. I had her with no epidural. Would I have another Pitocin baby without an epidural? I would probably try. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, hell no, I won't go. But I'll definitely say I'll try. But if the pain gets too unbearable before I have to start pushing, baby, I'm getting the juice. Give me the juice. Just juice me up. And my second to last son, my third son, he was not that bad, but they told me that I had to get an epidural because they were talking about a C-section, because he was doing the same thing that my daughter was, basically. He was decelling, his heart rate was dropping, he was getting in distress, basically. So, and the crazy thing about that is, as soon as they gave me the epidural, the doctor came in to check my cervix and was like, oh, well, you can push if you want. Actually, you're fully dilated and effaced. we don't even have to take her down to get a C-section. So I was just like, oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me, basically. But at that point, I already had the epidural. I'd already got over the fact that I was scared shitless. But I had already had it in my mind that I was gonna have to do it because it was for my son. So after that, my last son, it was kind of like I just wanted a comfortable labor and delivery with him because he caused me so much pain during my pregnancy. Like I was over him being inside my body and invading my space. I was just like, you know what? You've got to go. You've got to come out of my vagina this very second. You've got to go. But would I have another kid? Yes, I definitely would. I definitely would have another child. Would I do it with an epidural again if I don't have to? No. No. I wouldn't. If I don't have to get the epidural, I would not get it. And that's just in all honesty. And that's that. Me and my husband are trying to conceive right now. We're trying to have another baby. So if you can, all of the if you can send all the baby making magic or well wishes, whatever you want to call it, for helping us to, you know, get pregnant. We've been trying for over a year now. I don't know if it's me or if it's him. I'm not that old. I'm still in my early 30s. I'm not to the stage yet where it would be kind of scary to have a baby because I'm not over 35 yet, basically. But my husband is older. He's older than me by more than a few years. So honestly, we're just working to figure out what the problem is at this point. So like I said, send lots of baby making magic or manifestations for us for a baby because we are trying. This will be the last of the Mohegans, though. I am not, after this, I'm not trying to have any more kids. 6 would be more than enough. And I do have a stepson. He is older, like in his early 20s. And my last 2 sons, one is about to be 7 and the other one is 4. My youngest is 4 and my daughter is about to be 8 in January. So my kids are kind of sort of older, not quite. I still have a younger one running around, my 4-year-old. But I do want to try to have one more before I hit that past 35 mark because, listen, I'm trying to be in my 40s, living my best life. I'm not trying to be, you know, I'm not trying to be 75 or I'm not trying to be 65 with a teenager. I'm just not. As far as the homeschooling with my kids, 4 of them do not stay with me full time. I do have joint custody of 4 of my kids. My second son and my daughter have the same father. Their dad has the majority of the time. My oldest son has a separate father, and he's with his dad most of the time. And then my 2 youngest, those 2 I have most of the time. With my youngest being, like, I have him, like, probably every day, almost every day, all day. As far as co-parenting goes with their fathers, I'm going to tell you, it didn't start out the best. My oldest son father, we had to do a DNA test because he's just, honestly, I think the man just wanted to be funny because he was out cheating and doing things he had no business doing. Like the girl that he now has two kids by, which they're not together anymore. She's moved on and I have, and whatever. She used to actually stay next door to me, and I did not know until I was over there one time. I was over there because her mom had just moved in next door, and I seen that she smoked cannabis, her mom. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go over there and, you know, say hi to the new neighbor, see if she wants to smoke a blunt. And we were just over there talking, and I had my son with me, who was probably a toddler at the time. He was no older than 1. And we were talking, she was asking me about my son, like, who is his father and things like that, and blah, blah, blah. And I mentioned his father's name, and she's like, oh, well, my daughter's actually pregnant right now by a guy with that name. And she's like, it can't be the same guy. And I'm like, well, I don't know if it's the same guy. So long story short, come to find out, it was the same guy. Me and her share a baby father, and her mom, the funny thing is her mom was like, well, you know, I've been inviting him since we moved in over here to come over and have dinner with us, and for some reason he would always tell me no, he had something come up, or he was busy. Whole time it's because he knew what he was doing. He knew he had 2 of his baby mothers living next door to him. So that's the story, a little bit on some of the DNA drama that I did have early in the beginning of my oldest son's father. Now we're okay. Me and the girl, we're actually friends on Facebook. Her kids hang out with my son because, you know, they're siblings. Me and her, we don't talk like that. But if something comes up pertaining to kids, then yes, we do talk. But otherwise that, we're pretty much cordial. We don't have no problems. I mean, because honestly, she realized at the time he was playing both of us, basically. He wasn't worth shit at the time. And I really, as far as DNA drama with my second son and my daughter, oh, that's a whole nother story time. I will say that my second son and my daughter's dad is married. And when I had my children with him, he was not married, but he got married in between the time of our daughter being born. Now, no, I did not know he was married. I am not a homewrecker. Don't come for me in the comments, because like I said, I comment back. But once I told his wife about the situation, we kind of started to get along as well, and now we're very cordial. Honestly, me and her get along better than me and him do. And as far as my fourth son, my third son, my last 2 boys, they have the same dad, like I said. My first pregnancy with my son, well, our first kid together, he gave me, listen, this man gave me hell, okay? I'm talking about hell so bad that my son came out looking exactly like him. And I'm going to put a picture somewhere in this spot so you guys can see his baby picture. Like, when he came out, he was the spitting fucking image of his dad. Because all we did was argue the whole pregnancy. That was it. There's nothing but arguments. And as far as my last son, I'm not gonna lie, because you guys know I don't like to lie. I like to keep it real with you guys. My last son, I was sleeping with more than one person because I had just broken up with my last two boys' father. We had just gotten out of a 6-year relationship. I was single, and apparently I wasn't protecting myself. Y'all shouldn't even have to ask that question. Apparently I wasn't protecting myself because I ended up pregnant. But I was honest from the beginning with both parties. I let them both know, like, hey, there's a possibility you could be the father. I am pregnant, blah, 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 what have you, whatever. And that's kind of how that went. As far as them actually doing a DNA test, baby, nobody's did a DNA test yet. I've been offering, and nobody wants to do a DNA test. Now, the guy that is the father to my last two boys, one of the possibilities, he's been there since the day I told him I was pregnant. So he's been in my youngest son's life from day one. Now, the other guy that's a possibility, he's like a Disney World dad. He pops in, he pops out. He comes in and it's like, oh, I want to be a family, but this, that, and the third. And when I say, okay, well, let's do a DNA test because, you're not the only possibility to be his father, he disappears. Just does a complete magic trick. Like a complete magic act. Like he just poof, nowhere to be found. So the last time we talked was probably earlier this year. And I finally, after 4 years, because my son will be 5 at the end of this year. After 4 years, I was just like, you know what? I can't do this with you anymore. Either you want to do the DNA test or you want to be in his life full time, or you don't want to be in his life at all. I'm not stopping you from being a part of his life or being a father, but I don't want any issues. I want you to do the DNA test so we can get it out the way. And like I said, he just does a disappearing act. So that's pretty much it on the the DNA drama. So otherwise that, I don't have any more DNA drama. Like I said, we're all of me and my child's fathers are in a good place right now. Luckily for me, I do have a lot of boys, and their fathers are wanting to kind of sort of step up and do their roles, because it's really hard for a woman to raise a man. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's definitely hard to do. So I'm very grateful and thankful for that. Now, the situation on how they ended up with joint custody, that will have to be another story time. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you want a story time on that. Like I said, I have no problem with being honest on my channel, because that's what we like here. We're all about honesty. And I guess that's really, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I will try to have another one if I if I could. You know, if me and my husband can get pregnant, it'd be wonderful. We've been trying. Honestly, I want him to get his sperm checked. Something in the future. Like I said, guys, manifest it for me. I'm manifesting it. As far as new content that I can bring you guys, so far I have what I have on here. I don't know exactly what's going to be up next for my channel, but so far I have the Whip and Chat Fridays, the Storytime Saturdays. I have my review videos that I plan on posting. I'm also still going to keep continuing the the time-lapse Thursdays. I'm also going to be doing the subscriber shout-outs. Once a week, I will be doing those on my Friday night whipping chats. Just to give everybody a, due time to see the video and comment and things like that. I probably put too much in this container. So we're going to have to stop it right here. Because if I put any more in there, they're going to spill out. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I have on the new content that I've got coming up. I'm going to have to put a clippy on this bag. Because I should have just left it. I should have just set it to the side with the extra 310. But, that Sam thinking she can fit everything in one container. It almost did. It almost did. And that's about all I have. See, I'm scrolling, guys. I'm over here scrolling. That's about all I have on the content that I have coming up. And I'm almost to 40 subscribers. You guys are fucking amazing. Just like, you guys are the best. The best. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate anybody that has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate anybody who's shared my channel, who's liked it, who's commented. I love to see you guys' comments. I tell Mr. Toriello about him all the time. That's hubby. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm a strong girl. I wanted to take his last name, but I wasn't giving up my last name. So that's how that happened. Might as well leave that there. I'm over here scrolling, guys. And I just really appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Please continue to do what you guys are doing. By the time that craft-a-thon comes up in a couple of weeks, I may actually have enough subscribers to go live. I may be able to actually host that craft-a-thon. Because, when I first told you guys about it, I was still kind of on the fence about it because at the time when I brought it up, I think I barely had over 10 subscribers. And it's like, wow, look at where I'm at now. So, like I said, I'm just hoping that it continues to continue because I'm just so overwhelmed and very appreciative. Now, the next Whip and Chat that's going to be coming up will be on this kit. The time-lapse Thursday that I have coming up this week will be on a totally different kit that I'm going to have a kitting up video for out pretty soon as well. So be on the lookout for that. I'm trying to have as much content during the week that I can fit into my schedule as I can. And of course, I'm going to link this I'm going to link this diamond painting in the description box if you want to purchase it for yourself. I'm over here squirreling for a color that I haven't found yet, guys. So, listen, if you don't like the plasticky sounds, the crinkling of the plastic, like I said, I apologize. I apologize. And I am going to link the app that I use to keep track of all the drills and the canvas and when I started and things like that. I use an app called Gemsflow. And like I said, I will link that in my description. I'll link that in my description box. Sorry, I don't know where my brain is right now. I found the color though. And don't forget about my subscriber shout outs. Like I said, I'm going to be doing those every Friday. For anybody that comes and comments on any of my videos throughout the week. And honestly, that's really all I had for story time. I'm not going to lie. I mean, there's really nothing much to the story time about my kids. I kind of just wanted to let everybody know a little bit about me and my my household, my family, where I come from, and things like that. Today also is my wedding anniversary, so I am kitting this up on my wedding anniversary. My husband is at work right now, but we do plan on going to Applebee's for dinner. Like I said, this is a broke week for us, so we're not planning to do nothing too exciting or too expensive. But on holidays or special occasions, he likes to have a steak from Applebee's, and I like, I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically, it's a chicken and shrimp dish that I like from them, that every time we eat there, that's pretty much the only thing I will eat, because it is just, y'all listen, fire, 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 fire. It is so freaking good. All right, I need to find a container for this. There's not that many in here, so I'll use a smaller container. Listen, guys, this is 59 colors. I may or may not have to do a part 2. I don't know. But if I do, they will both be uploaded today, because like I said, my husband is gone and he will be gone for a couple of hours. So I do have a couple of hours to kill. I just don't want to make this video too long where people won't want to watch it. So I think what I'm going to do is stop it at the hour or hour and a half mark, and then I will record a separate video with the part 2 where I kit up the rest of it, and I will upload them both at the same time. Like I said, I don't really got much else to talk about. Well, since we're thinking about it now, how are you guys doing? How is your weekend going? I was supposed to record this video yesterday, but my husband decided he wasn't going to go to work yesterday. He was really tired, so he decided to take the day off, and I didn't really mind because I kind of wanted to take a day off from recording. So yeah, that's pretty much what we did. I sat here and watched YouTube video games. I watched YouTube videos. I played my game, and that's pretty much it. I just hung out around the house. I watched Miss Coffee's live stream that she has every Friday, her After Hours Crafters Lounge. I watched that. That's at 9:30. Well, 9 o'clock Central, my time. It's from 9 to 10:30. I watched that. I caught up on a couple other of you guys' videos, because you know I like watching. I'm addicted to diamond painting, so I pretty much like watching anything pertaining to diamond painting. I really like the whipping chats and the unboxings. I love the review videos, because I like to see what the canvas is like before I plan on purchasing it. Like with this kit, immediately after I ordered it, I went and watched the unboxing video. Oh my god, that's a lot of colors. Sorry, I'm knocking the tripod. I apologize profusely. That's this color right here, this 413 and 414. Oh man, they're trying to, it's a lot of this color. As you guys know, or if you've watched any of my previous videos, you guys know that I like doing kits that have a lot of color. So this is definitely something new for me. I won't say a lot of colors, I'll say a lot of bright colors. I'm not really used to doing kits with dark colors, as you guys can tell if you looked at my completed my video of my completed whipping chats. You will see that majority of my videos have lots of color. Lots of my diamond paintings have lots of color. See, I'm over here scrolling, and the sad part is I haven't even smoked yet, y'all. I haven't even smoked yet. But I kind of had a feeling that I wouldn't be able to smoke much while doing this story time. Maybe the next story time I definitely will. And honestly, I'll probably be working on this kit, or I might work on the other one that I have kitted up. I might set that one specifically to work on Saturdays, but I don't know yet. The Amazon kit that I'm going to kit up is for me to do until Friday, when I can start this one. So the time-lapse Thursday, that will be of the Amazon kit. So I'm going to be working on that one starting tomorrow up until Thursday. And then after that, I'm going to be working on this kit here. And as soon as I finish this kit, if I'm not done with the Amazon kit, I will finish that one. And of course, you guys know I'm going to give you review videos for both diamond paintings whenever I finish them. I have plans to finish this one by October 31st. Will I have it finished in that time? I do not know, because life. But like I said, if you watched my last whipping chat, I have started setting me a schedule. I'll put the link to the scheduling app that I'm using in the description box. And so far I really like it. I did purchase the monthly premium, which is only $1.50, so not a whole lot. Only because Apple's calendar, because I have an iPhone, it's just not as aesthetically pleasing as I want it to be for me. It may work for a lot of other people that don't like all the bells and whistles, but I like all the bells and whistles. So shoot me, baby. I like all the bells and whistles. So I did get the premium. It lets me import anything that I have from my Apple calendar saved, so that's a plus. And you can pretty much put in anything that you need to get done throughout the day, as far as cleaning, as far as work, school, home, whatever. And no, they ain't paying me for this, but I just really like the app, and I think you guys will like it too. So if you guys are looking for a scheduling app, I will put like I said, I will put the link in the description box, and you guys can check it out. They do have a free version. and it's free to download, so don't have to worry about that. But you don't have to pay to have it. It's free to download. But if you want the premium or the option to import your calendars, it will cost. But it's pretty cheap. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's pretty cheap for everything that they offer on the everything they offer on there. Okay, see, that's what I like about Elizabeth Ward storage containers with the different sizes. Even though it's a pain sometimes to have to move everything around, but it works for me. It works for me. I like these. I like these storage containers. I use these specifically for kitting up my large or Diamond Art Club diamond painting kits. I have other storage containers for my Amazon kits. I have 2 other containers. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not big on the storage containers. I know a lot of people are big on having a lot of different types of storage containers. I will say I do want to try the Harbor Freight containers because I've been hearing so much about them. I've got the pill bottle shapes, and I've got the Tic Tac or Elizabeth Ward containers, and now I'm gonna say I just want to try the Harbor Freight just to try them to see how they are, because I see them getting so many mixed reviews. Some people love them, or some people just really hate them. And you know me, I've got to try something if it's got that many mixed reviews. So I do want to try them. So hopefully in the future, or if I come across some extra funds, I can buy them. Because as you guys know, like I said, we ain't rich over here in Sam's Land and Blunts and Gems world. We ain't rich, you know. Most of the time we're living paycheck to paycheck, but we're doing better than most. So otherwise that, how are you guys weekend going? What do you have planned? What are you planning to do? What do you have planned for next week? Let me know in the comments. If I'm subscribed to you, what videos that you have coming out next week that I should watch, or if you plan on having a live stream. If you watched my last whip and chat, I believe I said to, if you do a live stream on YouTube and you would like me to come and watch, or, you know, you just want me to be there, put it in the comments, please, and I will add it to my calendar because I enjoy watching you guys' lives. And I usually have nothing to do on those nights, and I like to watch you guys' lives while I diamond paint. So just leave me a comment, and I'll make sure to add you guys to my calendar. I've already added Miss Judy from All Fired Up Crafting Lounge, and Miss Debbie from Debbie Gets Crafty. I also have on my schedule Miss Crochet and Coffee, her After Hours Crafters Lounge. I also have that on my schedule. There's so many that I don't want to name right now. And miraculously, nobody's live is overlapping with anybody else's. So I have time to watch everybody's live if I wanted to. I'm just checking on what time we're at because, like I said, I'm going to stop this at like the 1.5 hour mark. And you guys will have to come back for part 2. Well, I'm hoping you'll come back for part 2. I'm not going to say you got to come back for part 2. I want you to come back for part 2. I probably would be making more progress than this if I wasn't moving so slow and it wasn't so many colors. But this is typically how long it takes me to kit up if I wasn't recording. if I wasn't talking, because 9 times out of 10, usually when I'm kitting up, my husband is running his mouth to me because if you guys have seen, his desktop is kind of catty corner from my crafting desk, so or my crafting table. So if I was to turn around, I could see his desk. So he would be talking to me and having me distracted, so I wouldn't be kitting up as fast. This is about my usual pace. Because I'm so nitpicky, I like to go through and make sure I have the right color. And right now, I just can't find the color. So that's the problem right now. But usually I try to be tedious, because although I haven't yet made a mistake, I don't want to make a mistake when kitting up. Ah, and I found it. This whole time it's just sitting in my lap with the other bag of drills. Okay. But yeah, like I said, if you want me to come and watch your live stream, just let me know in the comments, and I will add you to my calendar, and I will start coming to stop by and watch your lives. And yes, I will like and I will comment. And if you ask to share, I will share. Like I said in my whipping chat, word of mouth is like the best thing in this community. And I have no problem shouting anybody out. I have no problem sharing a page or a channel. Because I would hope everybody would do the same for me. This is my first time trying to be a content creator, but I guess it just goes to say that it can be really hard trying to be an up-and-coming content creator. And in this community, or the YouTube and content creating community, support is the best thing you could give anybody. If you can't purchase anything from them, or if any way you can't give them any type of financial gain or what they're seeking, word of mouth is the best thing. Sharing a page, sharing a channel, liking or commenting, like I said, all of those things are great things that anybody could do for anybody. Yeah, I'll put that in here. Don't mind me. I'm just nitpicking through what containers I'm going to use and things like that. Hopefully you guys can see me. I think you can. I've been watching periodically from my watch to check my angles, and I learned that from YouTube. I didn't even know that I can control my camera on my iPhone from my watch, but it is a great thing to have. Even though my watch is older, I don't have a fancy watch. I think I have a Series 5 maybe. It's so old I don't even remember what series it is. That ought to tell you something. But I like my watch. It does everything that I need it to do. It gives exactly what it's supposed to give. Do I want to upgrade? Hell yeah. Who doesn't want to upgrade? Am I going to get one in the near future? Maybe. Maybe. Our contract is almost up on paying off the ones that we already have. So pretty soon we will be upgrading the phones. My husband wants to switch back to Android. I wish I didn't have so many products from Apple, or I would. But honestly, some days Apple's is the bee's knees for me, and some days they can count their fucking days. I've gotten my storage under control. Like I said in my last whip and chat, I got my storage on my iPhone under control. So my camera is no longer stopping at random times when I'm just running my mouth and it's not recording because I don't have any iPhone storage. And for right now, it's in a good place. So hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully pretty soon I get my tablet. Okay, because I'm speaking that tablet into existence, y'all. Because I want it so bad. It's not even necessarily as a need, a want as a need. Because I definitely need it if I'm going to continue content creating. Because here, for the moment, after I record, edit, and upload the video to YouTube, I delete it out of my phone just to save space. So, and right now that seems to be working for me, so that's what I'm going to continue to do. But yeah, it's just the, and my phone doesn't have a small amount of storage. I have like 128 gigabytes. So it's, you know, it's just not adding up to me. The math ain't mathing, but whatever. Like I said, some days Apple is the bee's knees, and other days they can count their fucking days. As far as camera quality, definitely chef's kiss. Definitely the best that I've ever had on any phones that I've had. But the storage, they're finding ways to make you buy more, baby. That's for sure. A lot of these are turning into ones, so I'm going to put the ones that are separated over here so I can know what I'm looking for, and I can start narrowing some of this down. We are almost at the 1 hour mark. Well, I said I was going to go an hour and a half, so we're almost to the hour mark. We're not quite to the hour and a half mark, but like I said, when we do get to the hour and a half mark, I am going to stop it and do a little exit or a little outro, and then you guys will have to, see, look at me, I'm doing it again. I'm not going to say you have to. I would like for you to come back for part 2. Because I'm going to break this up into 2 videos. Because I knew it was going to be a really long process. I am looking for there it is right there in my face. Right when I say what I'm looking for, it pops up. But yeah, once this is kind of close to the hour and a half mark, I'm going to do an outro. And then I will record part 2. And then I'm going to edit, so I can get this out to you guys by tonight. So that's how that's going to go. That was just in my way right now. All right. But not too bad for... I got kind of pretty far for the hour and a half. I expected it to be a little bit slow because I would be running my mouth and stopping to do certain things. But like I said before, usually this is about how long it takes me to kit up when I'm not, if I wouldn't be recording, or if I wasn't on camera. Me and my husband would be in here laughing and giggling, smoking, everything to prevent me from getting it done on time. But that's okay. I enjoy when we have our little talks, because usually when he's at his computer and playing his World of Warcraft, the house could be on fire and I couldn't get his attention. I'll just say that. My husband is definitely a World of Warcraft fanatic. Do I complain? No, because he pays the bills. He buys the diamond paintings. He buys the accessories. He pays the Wi-Fi. I mean, I have a job, but I'm going to be real. Majority of my money gets spent on me and my kids. My husband never really asks for much of it. Like the last time I got paid, I think he just wanted some money to put gas in his car. And he got gas money, plus I took him to the movies. Majority of my money gets spent on me. And so that's why I don't complain. It's just certain times, I'm not going to say I don't get in my feelings, because sometimes, yes, I do, when I want some attention. But I think that's just a part of being a woman and being a human and being in a relationship. You always want some attention from your significant other. So, but otherwise that, no, I am not going to complain. I mean, of course, there's things he does that pisses me off, but if you're in a relationship or in a marriage or whatever you want to call it, a situationship, if you're in any type of thing like that and you're not happy, baby, that's on you. Because I'm going to say something. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to be like, look, this is what I need you to fix, fix, and fix. And if there's a problem with me, I would hope that, you know, that's why I married my husband, because he has no problem opening his mouth. If he has a problem with me, he has no problem saying, hey, babe, this is what I need you to do. This is what you're not giving, and this is what I need you to give. So I think communication is the best thing in a relationship. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is my first relationship where I've actually been faithful. You heard me right. Don't go clutching your pearls and saying, oh my God, she's on here saying she was a cheater. Every relationship she's been in, she was a cheater. No, I didn't start out like that. Believe me. My first son's father fixed that real quick. He fixed it up to where Sam was just like, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and, you know, constantly keep being the victim. So that's basically what happened on that. So when I met my husband, yeah, did we cheat on each other in the beginning? Yes, we both were going back and forth with previous relationships before we both kind of just sat down and was like, look, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this. You know, neither one of us are spring chickens. It's time to stop trying to play the field and settle down. And my dad, God rest his soul, used to always tell me that he would hope I got married before my 30s. And luckily for him, I got married right at 31. So I didn't quite make the mark, but I got there. So that's all that matters. But yeah, that's how that went. We sat down, we decided, you know, hey, this is it. If we're gonna be together, then we're gonna be together. So now we're together, and we've been together 2 years, well, 3 years. Well, I'll say we've been together 2 years and married for 1. And honestly, it has its days, but for the most part, it's going really well. I wouldn't or couldn't see myself doing it with anybody else, because I'd be either in jail or back out in the streets living my best life. That's just it. Ain't no sugarcoating it. There's no way around it. I would still be out there for the streets. I'd be out there living my best life. Yes, I definitely would. All right, so it is after an hour. It's about 1:05 almost into this. So I'm going to end this here, and then I'm going to start recording for part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed part 1. I hope you do come back for part 2. Thank you so much for watching if you stayed the whole video. And like my good friend always says, be kind or be quiet, but if you cannot be quiet, at least keep it real. Peace.